One great thing about Mayreau is it's just a couple miles out to the Tobago Cays. So after hanging out in Salt Whistle Bay for a few days, and still having plenty of provisions and water, we headed back out to those beautiful deserted islands. We were now working on our 4th month, cruising mostly in the southern Grenadines, and we're excited to start hitting our favorite places a second time. Getting the anchor set back in the Tobago Cays. That. This is an awesome place. It's beautiful here. I'm excited. We spent our first evening alone on one of our favorite beaches in the Keys, on Mayreau, which is a picturesque little peninsula of sand. And the next few days was more of the same, as well as fun times with our cruiser friends, including a big bash for our buddy Mike's birthday. After our time at Salt Whistle Bay in here, we need to go restock on some groceries and get water and things like that. So we're going to head back over to Union Island, back to Clifton, restock, head to Petite St. Vincent. So we're sailing now, pretty much dead downwind with just the head sail, but I've still got the motor on because to get out of the Tobago Cays, we've got to go through a kind of skinny place in the reef here. That's all too shallow right there, and it's the same on the other side here, so you can even see some breakers up there. And then we'll turn off the motor and sail the rest of the way with it off. Sun's kind of out, you can really see that one there, and the point of it goes to right up here. So we'll be once we get around that point, we'll turn to the left a little bit, go right in between Palm Island and Union, and then pull into Clifton Bay. We're in 37.7 feet of water. Very clear here. You can clearly see the topography of the bottom. And deeper water right out there. So we're just about where we can turn all the way to port. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and do it. Let's come 20 degrees to port. And then while the boat's turning, bring the head sail in a little bit. We're going to get closer to a beam reach. It's pretty good right there. All right. Now that it seems we're past all the danger, turn the engine off. Sail looks good. Moving along. Just about 4 knots. It's going to be a nice, calm, lazy sail. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Very nice. What do you think, Lindy? It's all right?
Yeah.
You like short, calm sails?
Yes.
I do too. All right. A little bit more of a beam reach than downwind, which is when the wind is coming directly off our side, perpendicular to the hull. We've got the sail set up to catch that and push us along. We're moving along pretty good now. About 5 knots, which is good in this light wind with only one sail on. Coming by a big clump of sargassum, turtle grass. Boy, that is a lot of weeds. There it's gone. Here comes a few of the waves now. Starting to get outside of the protection of the reef. see Palm Island coming into view. It's another private island with a resort that cruisers don't really go to it. And over here we got a good view of Clifton. I always think Union has the neatest profile with all its little peaks and everything. And it looks different from every direction. Doing good. We're coming into the area between the reefs, so we're better be watching it close. But everything looks good. Oh, again. Go a couple of clicks to starboard. Start moving a little bit more that way. As we turned in towards Clifton Bay, Lindy rolled in the head sail and we used the motor to maneuver amongst the boats and pick out our anchoring spot. So I'm going to come in behind these boats and look for a spot kind of up in amongst them. Lindy's up there getting the anchor ready. We're going to try to drop it just to starboard of that boat and then fall right back there. Right here near the stern of that boat. Hopefully not be too close to the shallows back there. But if we've done it just right, we'll be tucked in right back here in the corner of the reef where it's comfortable. So the wind's got us now, blowing directly on our side. We're drifting back as Lindy puts out the anchor chain. Now I've calculated our scope. We need about 125 feet out. It's kind of deep here. We look good so far. And we're still in 20 feet of water here. We dropped in about 22. And we're going to put out about 5-to-1 scope here. It's looking real good here. We're still in 20 feet of water. That's pretty shallow back there, so we don't want to drift into it, but it looks like we set it in just the right place. Lindy's getting the snubber on, which is a rope that she ties to the chain to take the pressure off of the chain in the windlass. So it's kind of like a shock absorber too, so it makes things more comfortable at anchor.
See all the turbulence in the water as our motor is trying to move us backwards, but our anchor is keeping us right here. I checked with Zach. We both give the thumbs up. Looks good.
We are emptying the last of our jerry jugs so we can refill them all with water. We need to take the trash because we've got a big stinky bag. Get cash out, because most everything when you get out away from the towns is cash only. A lot of it's even cash only here. And we need to renew our cruising permit. What else, Lindy?
Veggies. We need to get some provisions.
Okay.
We're out.
All we have left are green onions. 3-4 bananas, a grapefruit, a few limes. But yeah, when we leave here today, that'll all be full. Water tanks will be full, cruising permit renewed, wallet's full from the ATM, and an empty trash bag. So those are today's tasks. Okay, we're gonna divide and conquer. Lindy's gonna head to the government office to get the cruising permit, take the trash. She's gonna run by the bank. And I'm gonna try to find somebody here at the Bougainvillea and fill the water tanks. Filling them up. Got 7 here. I'll do a couple runs here because we use about one of those a week. We've been gone about 14 days, so that'll replenish all the water. We've got enough in there. If we conserve, we can go for about 3 weeks. Yeah. Okay. First load is full now. Porta boat riding very low. Hopefully we don't sink. There we go. Take them back out to to the boat, empty them, then come back in one more time and get Lindy. So we're full on water. I've collected Lindy. Doesn't seem to be sinking the porta boat. We're heading back out to Holiday. How did your chores go?
Regular customs office to renew our permit, but there was some problem with the system, so they sent me out to the airport, which was a nice little walk. I had not been out there before, and the lady was super nice and actually renewed our cruising permit for 2 months. It was a successful day, and now all we have to do is get our provisioning done. So some fruits, some veggies, maybe some treats, cookies and chips and whatnot. But yeah, so all going well.
About midway through our tasks, we unloaded our last water run, and then it was time for provisioning. We really try to stock the boat for multiple weeks, so if we end up at a small place that we like but doesn't have grocery stores, we can stay as long as we want. We first went to the multiple produce stands in Clifton, where there's a multitude of fresh fruits and vegetables picked ripe daily. Probably so much stuff we may need to make 2 trips, because we haven't even been to the grocery store yet. Of course, we got to have some bacon. Lindy will be organizing the fridge there to fit all our wares in. New Zealand cheddar cheese. All the dairy stuff comes from New Zealand. It's pretty cool. And we also found some good looking pork chops. So yeah, yummy. And we bought eggs. They have the unrefrigerated ones here. Very nice. Got to refill the snack cabinet. Cookies, crackers, some chips. These are locally made plantain chips. They're really good. We got a papaya, a couple mangoes, restocked our banana supply. Found some really good looking tomatoes. Green onions, bok choy or pak choy that they grow here. Some green peppers. Those look pretty good. Locally grown lettuce, cucumber, locally grown carrots, potatoes, green and purple cabbage. We got some turmeric, some little butternut squash, and then onions. Also decided to give the Danish cooked chicken salami a try. In a can.
In a can.
We'll get all this put away and we'll be stocked and ready to go. And now it is 3:30. So yeah, just to give you an idea of what a day like today is like time-wise, we left the Tobago Cays at 9 a.m. this morning. Took us about an hour to get here and get anchored, and then we went to town. So that was 5.5 hours later at 3:30. We're done, and we spent about 1,000 EC on our groceries. So that's around $350. So it's comparable to what we pay in the US. I think probably a little bit less. And the produce we get, for the most part, is a lot fresher with the local hand-picked stuff. So we hear that at Happy Island, there's going to be a steel band playing tonight. So I think...
We're gonna head out there as soon as we get cleaned up.
Yep. Come along with us. Happy Island is a little bar and restaurant that you can only get to by boat, built right on top of some rocks, barely out of the water. Shanti, how's it going? All good? Yeah, man. All right, Holiday's right back over there. Clifton's this way. Happy Island. Are you happy, Lindy?
I'm very happy.
Yeah, me too. You got to be happy on Happy Island.
She took my breath away. Everything felt so right. Our friends wondering what happened. I became like Romeo all of a sudden. She just came to draw my attention. There's no other.
The good stuff.
Love has found its way in our house today. Ain't gonna let it slip away.
It's our own private party. Delicious. We hope you enjoyed this episode with some of what living life aboard is like, cruising on a small sailboat in the southern Grenadines. Stay tuned for our next adventure with some great sailing and snorkeling as we head over to Petite St. Vincent for the first time. Oh, look, there's our spot fell down. That was our first real roll of the trip.
Sorry, you crossed me.
Whoa! Watch out, Charlie Brown.
Everybody know me as the one Charlie Brown. Say in a happy head and me not get no trouble. Say in a union, say me rock up the shot. How you feeling out there?